Hey everybody, it's Jen. I'm gonna try and make this short and sweet because I am super exhausted today. Um, Work is just kicking my butt, and then with everything else and being pregnant and all that good stuff, it's just a lot. It really is. But I wanted to let you know that today I am 12 weeks, 4 days pregnant. Um, Today, uh, I'm going to back up a little bit. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before, we went out to visit some friends that I met through a support group called Soul Sisters for PCOS. And we have become very, very close for well over a year. And we all talk on a forum. We all also talk in Facebook. So it's definitely a very close, tight-knit group that I talk to on a daily basis. And we had gone out to one of the girls' baby showers. So that was so exciting and so much fun to meet people in real life that are experiencing dang near what you experience every day. Is just an amazing feeling to have the understanding that, your own family doesn't really understand when you have this horrible syndrome. But we went out to the baby shower. It was fantastic. Everything was great. But my friend had offered to let us use her fetal Doppler. So that was super nice and super exciting because I know a lot of people get a lot of relief with the Dopplers, and it's just nice to be able to hear your baby's heartbeat when you can or when you want, or, when you're nervous and you just need a little bit of reassurance. So the stipulation was that I had to do it while I was there in front of all the girls, let all the girls hear the baby's heartbeat. And straight away, the baby's heartbeat was going, and it was great to hear. It was a relief to hear, because it's been a couple weeks since our last scan, and so we brought it home, and we looked. We got home. Of course, we were going to try it ourselves, and we couldn't find the baby's heartbeat at all, and we figured that it was us and not the baby, and everything was good. Then we tried the next day, and nothing. I ended up trying later that evening by myself, and I ended up finding it. So we were super excited again, and I recorded it on my phone, and it was just so nice. I sent it to my husband at work just to be like, hey, I found it, and here it is. So that was cool. And then we tried it again for the next 3 days, and we couldn't find the heartbeat again. And it was to the point where I was kind of getting panicky over it. I didn't want to spend too much time with the Doppler because I don't think you truly know the adverse effects of ultrasounds and Dopplers and things like that, and I don't know. I just didn't want to focus too long on it. So, and I spent about a half hour, so I just didn't want to go beyond that. But I couldn't find, I think I heard the placenta. I heard my own heartbeat, and that was it. But, my clock again. But, so, anyways, everything, I just became, panicky and nervous and, just out of sorts. And then today was our NT scan, so my husband, really pushed, do not do it, do not even try it, just let's wait till our NT scan, which also created a little bit of anxiety, because I was just so nervous, and without hearing the baby's heartbeat, I'm, thinking the worst. And I hate that I think the worst of everything. and that I think negative. I wish I was more positive about these issues, but with my past, with the losses, it's hard. It's so hard. And I'm really trying. I really, really am trying, but it's just so hard. So, we went in for the NT scan, and oh my God, the water that they make you drink 2 hours before your appointment do not want you to empty your bladder. I walked into the office and I was fine. I was fine. I sat down for literally 5 minutes and I was in the worst pain of my life. I needed to go to the bathroom so bad. I just couldn't even take it. I could not even take it. And it got to the point I was shaking my legs. I was moving around. I'm like, oh, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets. And I was trying to like distract myself. I was on my phone. I was watching TV. I read a magazine. I asked my husband to talk to me and let's just talk about stuff. And nothing was helping. I had to go so bad. So I finally was like, okay, if I don't ask, I'm going to literally go to the bathroom in this chair right here. So I stood up, which I can't even believe that I stood up because it hurt so bad to even stand. And I walked over to the counter and I'm like, look, I can't hold it anymore. I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, well, if you wait 2 more minutes, you're next and you'll be in there. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I'm just sitting there trying to walk around like, oh my God, it was so embarrassing because I was in so much pain from it. And we go into the or they finally call our name 5 minutes later. And we go into the ultrasound room and the tech asked me, she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, no, I'm like, actually, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I don't even know what you're going to do. And I had thought, or I was told that they could do this transvaginal. So I wasn't really concerned because with being overweight, typically that's what they shoot for. Anyways, is to do transvaginal versus on top of your abdomen. Well, she told me that the only way to do the test was on top of the abdomen. So I'm like, great, okay, I have to hold this potty in that much longer. And she had me lay down and everything, and she's like, well, let's try and see what we can do. Well, she tried, and we seen the baby, and it was such a relief to see that it grew, but we didn't hear the heartbeat, so it was still a little panicky, but she's like, your bladder is so big, she's like, you need to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, thank you, God. I was just so relieved. So we went to the bathroom, came back right away, back on the baby. The baby was doing great. It was jumping. It was moving around. It was moving its hands up and down. It was putting its hand by its face. And then it was actually like going on the back wall of the sack and was sliding down. Like it would jump up and then it would slide down. It was so cute. So, and then we got to hear the heartbeat, which the heartbeat was 149 beats a minute, which I was told was perfect. So I wasn't even really concerned or anything about that. And, excuse me. And so they tried to get it in the position that they needed it to be in. And it needed to be in the full profile view. And it was kind of weird because I swear the baby was in a full profile view most of the time. But I guess it wasn't to the exact position that they needed it. So they tried to do everything. They took the wand for the ultrasound and like literally dug it into me and was tapping the baby, shaking the baby. I got up and she goes, I'm going to ask you to walk around and then either I will be back in or another technician. So I walked and paced around the room for probably 5 minutes or so. trying to get the baby to move. And another ultrasound tech came in, and she was like, okay, let's try this. So I laid down, and she's like, geez, she's like, your bladder's so big. And it filled up again. So I'm like, oh my God. So I went to the bathroom again. So at this point, I went to the bathroom twice. I've walked everything. She puts the wand back on me, and the baby is still not in the position they need. So she's jabbing it in me. She's moving around. She's shaking my stomach. She's like, okay. She goes, well, I think what we're going to do is put you upside down. And I'm like, okay. So she literally, the table moved me literally upside down. So I was hanging upside down, and she was trying to get measurements, everything. The baby just would not cooperate at all. It was just being so stubborn. She wanted it to move one way, it would move the opposite way. She wanted it to move up, it moved down. She wanted it to jump, and it would jump, and it would be in the right position, and then it would just move real quick. So it was just so unsuccessful, and she put me on my sides. Each side we tried. She hung me upside down again, so twice, and could not get nothing. So she had gone and left, and she was going to ask the doctor what, they should do. So the doctor came in, and the doctor's like, so the baby is being really stubborn. We've tried everything we can. It was almost an hour into this. And she's like, you can come back later in the week if you'd like to make another attempt. And my husband and I both talked, and we're like, to us, honestly, the biggest reason that we went today was to make sure the baby was okay, to make sure the heart was beating good, to make sure it was growing, to make sure baby B was being absorbed correctly, all that stuff. So, which we were able to find all that out. As far as the actual NT scan, I probably would have foregone it if I wasn't so concerned with baby B and baby A progressing. So we just decided that we're not going to go back, which they said that's perfectly fine, that we don't have to have this testing done. My thought is, which it might be very controversial, but my thought is it's my child, and no matter what, I will do anything and everything I can to help this baby and do whatever is needed for this baby once it arrives. So what's the point of being told and being stressed and worrying about something that is out of my hands? And if it happens, it's going to happen, and I'm going to have to take care of it either way. I'm not one to abort a pregnancy unless the pregnancy was not viable. So that's that. So we just decided to forego the rest of the testing and be happy and relieved that our baby is doing great. So that's pretty much it. It was a very eventful thing. We got to see the baby for about an hour today, which was amazing. It was moving all over the place. And then it was kind of funny because then it would relax and like go to sleep. So that was even neat to see. Like, it would be all like crazy and moving and bobbing and jumping and sliding and everything. And then all of a sudden you see it just sit still, like, okay, I'm done. So it was so cute. But I have a few pictures from today. They are kind of, I don't know, ultrasounds can be so creepy sometimes, and then some other pictures are really, really cute. So, but this one, I don't know, it's a close-up of the baby's head, and to me, it looks like a clown, and it's kind of creepy. But I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. This one's really cute. And this one here, it's like laying like in a hammock. Its feet are literally on the wall and its hands are to the side. So cute. This last one, it's just the opposite picture of the same one. So 12 weeks, 4 days, super exciting. I am near the second trimester. Thank God for that. I couldn't be happier about that. And I don't know. I will talk to you guys soon. I have another doctor's appointment on Monday that is supposed to go over these results. So I have to call them and tell them that we did not get the NT scan, and we decided that we're just going to forego it and see what's going to be next for us. So I'm sure she might want to still see us, but I'm not positive. So that's it for now, and I hope everybody's doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.